This book is called Common Ground, The Water, Earth, and Air We Share by Molly Bang. Long ago, a village was built around a commons. The commons was common ground which belonged to everyone in the village. All the villagers could bring their sheep to the commons to graze. Oh dear, another one that's turned. But there was a problem. A villager who owned many sheep used more of the commons than a villager who owned a few sheep or one or none at all. And because the common grass was free, people put as many sheep to graze there as they could. Soon there were too many sheep. There was not enough grass for all of them. This was not good for the commons, or for the sheep, or for the villagers. So people did one of two things. Some people stayed in the village, but they made a plan together. They agreed to keep the commons lush and green and to do a better job of sharing it. Each person could only put one sheep in the commons. Everyone had to follow this rule. Other people chose to move away. There was always someplace else to go. Today, the world is much like that village. Now our commons are our parks, reserves, and natural resources, and the waters and air of the whole world. Today, we have almost the same problem that the villagers had. Today, each fisherman tries to catch as many fish as he can from the common sea. This way, the fisherman has more fish to sell in the short run. But as soon as there are fewer and fewer fish, this is not good for the fish, for the sea, or for the people. Today, each lumber company wants to cut down as many trees as it can to sell for wood, paper, and fuel. The more trees the lumber company cuts down, the more money it makes in the short run. But after cutting down so many trees, there are fewer and fewer forests. This is not good for the trees, or the forest creatures, or the forest soil. We use our common oil, gas, and coal to heat our houses and run our cars. Companies use them to make plastics and other chemicals. In this way, we can stay warm, travel long distances, and visit stores full of amazing things to buy in the short run. But someday, these fossil fuels will be used up. We all need water for drinking, cooking, and washing. Farms need water for crops and livestock, and businesses need water to cool equipment and clean up wastes. So we pump as much of our common water as we can. This works pretty well in the short run. But over time, the wells run dry and the wastes pollute the air. There is not enough clean water for all the people, the farms, and the businesses. Fresh water, fossil fuels, forests, fish, one by one, they are destroying the natural resources that sustain our lives. So then, here is our common question. If our country, our companies, and each one of us benefit more in the short run from using as many natural resources as we can, then what will happen to us what will stop us from destroying our whole world, our common ground? We need to answer this question together, because today we are different from those long ago villagers in one very important way. Now we don't have any place else to go.